Hey, yo, what up, though? All right, making sure we good. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Detroit Lions Weekly. It's been a minute. A lot of stuff has happened. It has been a minute. We went on vacation. You know what I'm saying? We ain't going nowhere. We just was around the house taking some time off from content. It was the first time I was able to do that in, the 4 years I've been doing this. This is the first time I've actually been able to take some time off. You can see I got on my sweater, man. It's freezing in my basement, but we are back. Last time we went live was the last day of OTAs, which was June the 5th, and we are back in full swing today. I actually got quite a bit going on, but and I almost missed today, but we're going to make it happen. We're going to be on for a little bit, and then tonight I'm going to see Fantastic Four First Steps, see how that was. No spoilers, but I hated the new Superman movie. Absolutely hated it. Did a kind of a rant on one of my other channels, man, and it actually gained me like 1,000 subscribers. So, yeah, how about that? But what is up to everybody in the chat? We got Sawyer Poole. We got Lauren Vander Esch. What's up, bro? We got to talk about that real quick. We got Braylon. Welcome back, my friend. I'm not sure how you were blocked, but Braylon was blocked, and I did not know that. What's up? Cordell says, it's been a long time since I went live. Yes, indeed. Hold on, my wife is texting me. See what she's talking about. She probably telling me she on her way home. Wow. Okay. Man, oh man. What is up, Joe, Marshall, Wynn? We got Tyrell. What up, though? You should be getting your helmet, man. Either I'm guessing by Saturday at the latest. Let me see. We got Stat Pat in the building. We got Nolo. Bud Tree. What up? What up, though? Appreciate you. Nasty Man Nate, what's up? My brother says, hey, bro, glad you're back. Going through a hard time in my life right now, and it's something I need right now. Well, you know, I'm only a phone call away, my brother. We can meet up, have something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up. I appreciate you, and I'm here for you, my friend. 40K by the end of the season. That would be nice. That is the trajectory that we're usually on. What's up, that one guy? What's going on, man? Okay, let me see. Let's do some catching up real quick. Man, what do I have to tell you? So my father-in-law wind up going to the hospital. So let me see. You know, my wife hurt her ankle May the 10th, so she's still dealing with that. My father-in-law goes to the hospital in June, and that led to a whole thing, man. His apartment wound up being renovated. Now he's back. It's crazy. It's crazy. But my wife is tending to him right now. So we're at the stage where we got to start caring. Like, her parents are going to play. They're going to be like, the stuff we have to do for them is going to be a lot. Like, we're at that stage in our, you know, so that's another thing that we're going to have to take care of. Merchandise is launched. I'm kind of mad right now because I did have on one of my shirts. I took it off because it's cold. So I put on my sweater. That launch, pretty good, man. Pretty good. We've made about 20 sales or so. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, so that went off without a hitch after a lot of debating and stuff like that. It went off pretty good. And yeah, no season tickets for me. Hall of Fame game I will be going to next Thursday, a week from today. So Detroit Lions Weekly will be on Wednesday. And yeah, I think that's it. I'm going to. Why is that not? Did it cut off? I'm going to the Hall of Fame game. I'll be there Saturday if we don't get rained out to practice. I will then after Saturday, bro. I won't be in there until August the 3rd, and then after August the 3rd, I won't be there until August the 14th. So anybody got a spare ticket, a ticket they can't use, let your boy know, man. Some people were having difficulty transferring the tickets, but they were able to do that. But I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. So I think that's about it, man. I think that's about it. Yes, so let's get that out the way real quick. Yeah, so yeah, I'm back. Yeah, I like I said before you got in here, bro, is me taking a break. This was the first time I've been able to actually take a break. The channel did so well between last season and the off season that I was able to take a legitimate break. And this year I'm going really hard into like the paint, man. Because you guys know I got Syndicate Sports Detroit. We go live on Monday, Wednesday, Fridays. That's going to come back next week. So after after camp is over, we'll probably go live, talk about some things. I'm going super hard on that. We got a guy joining the team, man. He's going to do a live on Friday. I'm still not going to tell you who he is. And we might have some more folks join in eventually as well. So it's going to be a big year for the brand. I've got Lions Syndicate Film Room. I'm going hard in that. I've got another channel that's got monetized in March that has nothing to do with sports. So yeah, I'm back. Michigan Panthers, man. Let's talk about that real quick. So the Michigan Panthers go to the UFL championship, and it looked like it was going to be a blowout. Then I actually left during the fourth quarter. I didn't even watch it. So I was driving home from the watch party, and I'm like watching all these updates on Twitter while, at red lights and stuff. And I see them kind of coming back, and I'm like, ain't no way. So anyway, they eventually lost. And then we get the news. It's unofficial yet that we might lose them. And I'm just like, yo, that's busted. So there is a petition that is out. I'll try to share it if I can, but there's a petition that we're trying to get some signatures. And I'm like this, man. I'm to the point, if they take the Panthers away again, I don't think I'm ever going to watch them. Because every time they bring them back, they disappear. So could you imagine? It's like you can't even get connected to them. Like, I was really starting to get connected. I had went to, I think all but one of the home games. You know what I'm saying? I was even thinking about driving to the championship game. That's how, and Lauren and his crew went. I was even thinking about driving. Only reason I didn't go is because of the funds. I didn't go, right? So I'm like, we doing all this stuff, man. And, now I know they might have an issue with I was going to say Ford Field. And Ford Field has not been very friendly, I guess. And I was watching a show last night that they said that basically the USFL is what got the contract with Ford Field, but it's super expensive. It's really expensive. I don't know where else they could play, but they got to find a way to keep them here. But I'm going to tell you what, if the league goes down again, I think I'm done, man. I'm done. If they come back, I'm going to be like, no wonder nobody cares, because you can't stick around. You know what I'm saying? It's like a business opening up every 5 years and lasting for 1 year. Nobody cares. The more they do this, it's going to be harder and harder for people to care, especially if you're trying to get a new fan base. So Michigan Panthers, man, unofficially no longer in the city or the state. What do I think about Marcus Davenport? That's a great transition. I believe in Marcus Davenport. Got my Marcus Davenport shirt that I designed myself, by the way. I am not impressed. I mean, who cares? I don't care what he's doing in practice. I don't care what he's doing in pajamas. I don't care what he's doing in pads. I care what you do on the field, bro. You know what I'm saying? When you get to game number 7 this season, now we can talk. Now that's when I start to kind of pay attention to Marcus Davenport. Make it 7 games, and then we can talk. As a matter of fact, how many games did Marcus Davenport play in 2020, 2022, before he got to the Lions, when he was with I think he was hurt with the Minnesota Vikings. He was hurt with us. So I don't care. I don't care. I've seen Marcus Davenport in person. He's a big, strong dude. Like, the dude is strong, but he can't stay healthy. And I don't care how much potential you got. If you can't stay healthy, you are not a factor. So we'll see. Let me see. Been waiting to tell you I met Panay Sewell at work a few weeks ago. That's what's up. Did you get a picture? I know it can be hard. What's up, Q Ball? What's going on, man? What up, though? No more season tickets for me either. Lauren says for the Panthers? Yeah, I was just about to invest. Man. I was trying to make sure all my ducks was in a row and then invest. And I'm going to tell you what else too, bro. Like, I was pausing a little bit too, because you're like, is this league going to stick around? And from what I was watching the around the UFL yesterday with James Larson, he was saying like, yo, this might be it. This year coming up might be it, bro. And I said all that talk Dwayne Johnson was doing, all that talk Danny Garcia was doing for nothing. I mean, we are a football town, man. We can watch football. And I know that a lot of people just refuse to support the Panthers. But I'm telling you, man, if you want it, if you complain about the Lions being so expensive, then the Panthers were a great alternative. And it was quality football. It really was. It was almost like you took a Lions game and you condensed it and made it about 20% of what what a Ford Field experience would be like. It was still great. And then because there wasn't a ton of people there, you could freely move around Ford Field. I mean, you could do a lap around Ford Field. You might be able to see people you wouldn't have seen otherwise. It was great, man. I took all the pictures I took with all the supporters of the channel. That was at that game. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. How significant is the Terrion Arnold injury? No, he got a calf strain. I'm guessing day to day. That's what I'm thinking. Derek Barnes should be fine. Yes, man, we playing football in 1 week. So put in the comments, how did y'all, like, what was your offseason like from whenever your offseason began? So if it was at training camp or after OTAs, if it was after the Super Bowl, if it was after the Lions lost, did you watch quarterback season 2? What did you think? I mean, put it in the comments what you think. Let me see. Get Devin Bum out of here. Let me see. Brad needs to bring back Smith. Okay, so speaking of Smith, I saw... So yesterday, I dropped my After Dark video because I had to do yard work and it was out of control. So I spent a lot of time out there. Just, once you get out in the yard, man, you start sweating. I had on a hoodie, some sweatpants. It's like 88 degrees. Today, right now, it's 95 degrees. So, and it's supposed to rain over the next couple of days. So I'm out there and I'm just going to work. So, once you get out there, you stay out there. So I didn't get a chance to do the linebacker that we brought in, Kazir White. We did not sign him, but we did bring him in. So I dropped the video. Everybody's in my comment section like, I heard we worked out, what's his name? What is his name? Matthew Judon. And I'm like, what? I didn't hear that. So then somebody else came in my comment section and said, it was like, I heard we brought in Judon today. So I'm like, I didn't hear that anywhere. So of course, we pretty much know where it came from. I had to do some investigation. Gabe says, slowest offseason ever. Q-Ball says, limping Port. Yeah, he did look like he was limping the other day. Excited for the Hall of Fame game. Hope to see you. You know what? Dark Saber. First of all, thank you for the membership and for being a member. I am going to do it where, like, we meet somewhere. I don't know why I just now thought of this, but like last season, I would literally go find people in their seats. And I think after experience what I went through at the Panthers game, like it was so many people that recognized me there. I'm like, you know what? Even though it sounds real kind of arrogant, that we find a place to meet in the stadium before kickoff. And if we want to, if y'all want to meet me or whatever, I mean, it sounds so lame, but if you do, so no more hope involved, man. If you're there, and we can do it like, an hour before kickoff or something. We can meet at like one of the gates. Detroit Sports Talk, what up, though? Says the defense will be top 5. Stop hating on Davenport. Stop the cap. Stop the cap, bro. I should put you in timeout just for speaking on that, bro. Stop the cap right now. What gives you what makes you think we're going to be top 5? Come on, man. Come on, man. What's up, Bonzilla? I've been watching a lot of the Detroit Tigers. What's happening with the Tigers, man? What's going on? Sam says, take that hoodie off. What up, Sam? I can't, bro. It's like freezing in my basement, bro. 95 degrees outside, freezing in my basement. Wait a minute. My off season, just watching videos, brings you home. Watching Jaden Daniels get blown out in the NFC Championship game was it for me. No Detroit sports. So did y'all watch the Super Bowl? No Detroit sports talk. No, we will not. Let me see. Brings Darius Smith. 106 in Bama today. I say, oh my God. Listen. It's been hot. Okay. All right. Detroit sports talk. You are going to go in a 10-second timeout just for being ridiculous. Who's your number 1 pick for fantasy football for the Lions? I got to take Jahmyr Gibbs. That's what I would do. I would take Jahmyr Gibbs. I mean, you can make the whole Lions squad a roster, man, for real. I've been training all spring. I got to go D1. Really? Okay. That's what's up, Win. That's what's up. Do you think that Kazir White will be a good player or good on the D-line? No, bro. No, we talking about a 2.5 sack guy. I think he can be a starter for sure. Let me see. I have no clue what's up with the Tigers. Yeah, man, they done fell apart, bro. They're like, I don't even know if they're number 1 anymore. Our defense might be lucky to get top 15. My AC broke. Can I hang in your basement? Mike, if you hung in my basement, bro, you would need a blanket. A blanket for sure. 123 in Death Valley. Bro, I couldn't even imagine. It was so hot, like a stretch in June. It was like 98, but it felt like 10 something. And it's so hot where it don't even feel hot no more. Like you go outside and it's just air. It's just like hot air, man. It's crazy. It is crazy. You think that we're going to be top 5? Yeah, you think? No. Do I think we're going to be top 5? I have no. Listen, I got to see the team. I have to see the team. What did we do on the defensive line? We got Ahmad Hassanin, Tyleek Williams. I mean, okay, fine. Can we get to the quarterback? That's my biggest question. Our secondary is stout. Can we get to the quarterback? What's going on with Alex Anzalone? How's Derek Barnes look? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to say that we know where our offense is going to be, you could say, okay, will we take a hit because of Ben Johnson or Benedict Johnson? You could say that. But the defense, just because players are there, doesn't mean it's going to make a jump. And you're talking about top 15 or top 5? Come on, man. That means we would have a top 5 offense and defense, which is just I mean, there's nothing to base that on. I watched replays of the 2024 season wondering how we lost that playoff game this offseason. Chris, we lost the playoff game because I'm not even going to use injuries. We lost the playoff game because of Benedict Johnson. That's how we lost. We lost because of him. When I was watching a quarterback, I'm sitting there and they show the play of Jamison Williams. We're down 10 at this point. Jamison Williams what are you doing? What are you doing? Then if you go back and you watch Benedict Johnson, if you watch him and the way he calls all the great plays, oh my God, Ben Johnson's a genius, all this other stuff. Okay, yeah, he was calling some great stuff. But you know what he got away from? What was working. Whenever something was working, he got away from it. If feed J-Mo, it's almost like the NBA. Keep feeding the hot man, right? You got to switch it up a little bit. But why was Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery never on the field at the same time or rarely on the field? You had 2 threats, and it was either one or the other, okay? Then Washington had the 3rd worst run defense in the NFL. And what do? You have a wide receiver pass. Like, come on, man. Now we down 10. We ain't up 10. We're down 10. It's time to run the ball down their throat. And it was working. That's the thing. It was working. So I'm putting 100% of the blame. I don't even care, bro. Jared Goff and his interceptions. So what? I'm putting all of it on Ben. Because his mind, he was already coaching the Bears when he coached that game. And it made me want to throw up watching him on quarterback, man. I'm like, nobody cares about this dude. They should have cut all that out. You know, I got Barkley. Yeah, Barkley high up there too, man. Let me see. 104. You got to see. What did y'all think of the new Superman? Without spoilers. I could not stand. I hated it. I hated the movie. Like, I was just like, why did I waste my money? He was the captain of the Cardinals defense. Davenport just need to play a full season. Let me see. This is exactly why Dose of Dion is way better content. Oh, is he? Okay. All right. Dose of Dion, salute. What are you, a child? What are you, like 7? Come on, man. Dose of Dion's a young man who is pretty good at what he does. So good for him. Spirit of Detroit in the building. What's up, big dog? Fantasy League, I want your star receiver next to A.J. Brown. Who's St. Brown? What's up, Braylon? Says, could I get that screwdriver, dog? Let me see. We would have won if we kept using Gibbs. He's trying to act like Matt Patricia over the Bears training camp. Really? Wait a minute. Benedict, isn't he a holdover? He's a holdover from Matt Patricia too, ain't he? That's crazy. That'd be the dumbest thing he could do. Please do that. Please run your organization like Matt Patricia ran the Lions. What an idiot he would be. Man, forget him, bro. Forget Ben Johnson. Hey, forget BJ. If his name wasn't the initials for something, questionable, then I would put BJ on the shirt. But, we got everybody 7 nowadays. Let me see. I think we missed our 2-year window in the past 2 years because we had the players to win a Super Bowl. Now we will not get to the top 10, and it will keep getting worse. It's all about Brad's ego. Well, you know what, JP3? I'm going to tell you this, bro. We at the point where, man, I'm way behind. How far? Wait a minute. I'm super behind. Let me catch up. Brad, listen. We said this before. Brad Holmes, he got one thing to do, And here's what I told you what's going to happen. Everybody coming at me because I'm not as Brad Slappy. I'm not a Slappy. There's a lot of Slappy creators, bro, because they don't want to upset y'all. Y'all pay the bills, okay? Just remember that. Y'all pay the bills. So if we upset y'all, then you might get the lights cut off, right? That's how most people is doing this. They don't want you to, they don't want you to stop watching them, so they're not going to tell you what you really want to hear or what you really need to hear. Brad Holmes, this is the year that the fan base begins to turn on him. It will be if we don't get to the NFC Championship game, they will start to turn. I'm telling you right now, I feel right now, Dan Campbell is safe. I feel like Brad Holmes, I don't feel like he's as safe as people think he is. And I'm gonna be the one saying it. I don't care nothing about where we came from. It's where we're going. Who cares? Oh, we were irrelevant 4 years ago. So what? So what, bro? We still need to get to a Super Bowl. What are we talking about? So that's all this fan base is so easy to please that's what we hang our head on. What was y'all saying last year? You know what y'all saying now? Oh, we went 15-2. So what? A 9-8 team won the Super Bowl once. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? And that 15-2 got you nowhere. It got you nowhere. So I don't want to hear it. Brad, listen, I am not turned on Brad. The ego is the perfect word. He needs to let it go. He needs to let his ego go. He needs to do something. Let that ego go, and we can win. And I'm going to tell you what ruined it, in my opinion, knocking it out of the park with Jahmyr Gibbs. If you hit on a guy like Jahmyr Gibbs when everybody told you were a fool, I liked the pick. I was watching this dude. I was like, Jahmyr Gibbs I thought he would go Bijan, but Jahmyr, I was like, this guy is crazy. And if we trade him, if we draft him, we're getting rid of DeAndre Swift. And what happened? Just that, right? So Brad, once that happened, it was over. It was over. But guess what, though? Hold on, we got a super chat. I heard rumblings in the Bears camp that the offense is too difficult for Caleb Williams. Thank you for the super chat, B. Thank you for that. Wouldn't be surprised. He's no Jared Goff now, is he? But I just got to say this. With the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select a guy who should be playing this year, Broderick Martin. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. Nobody talks about trading for Trinity Benson. That's like swept under the rug. Come on, man. Come on, man. 1960, what song is this? Jazz Motor? Let me see. We lost Frank, but kept Hank. I'm not worried about our O-line. Fresh and Fly, you should be a little worried, bro. You should be a wee bit worried. They don't know. Dan literally said, like, we're trying to figure out where is the best place for these guys. Like, okay, where do we put Christian if he plays? Where do we put Ratledge? Where does Graham go? Like, I would be a little bit worried, bro. I'm not saying top 5, but I could say top 10. Let me see. Would rather have Dan over Brad anyway. Rather be 7-10 or win the Super Bowl all day. Brad will leave before Dan Campbell does. Pay Enzo. I agree. I feel disgusted by the Anzalone ordeal. We finally got free agents wanting to come here. You got to reward the draft and then okay. So Skillful, you're disgusted by what's happening to Anzalone or what Anzalone is doing. This is why I was so amped in 2023. This thing is about there's going to be some shakeup in the next couple of years. We finally lost like our first legitimate free agent from the first signing. Like we decided to let Iffy walk away, but we kept Levi. Like what are we doing? So we do that. Now next year, you know who we got to pay next year? Brad needs to make a decision. Do we pay James? Do we extend J-Mo? Hutch still has not been paid. Brian Branch, Sam Laporta, right? What are you going to do with Malcolm Rodriguez? Now, he's not going to get a bank-breaking deal, but you're going to have to pay the brother. And Jahmyr Gibbs will be the highest paid running back in the National Football League. It's going to happen. And I wouldn't scoff at a J-Mo deal either. He might get a little bit under $100 million. Like, Brad is going to pay the piper next year. So we blew our opportunity. Then on top of that, Hutch. And I already made my Hutch video. If I'm Hutchinson, if I'm Aiden, I walk into Brad right now and I say, listen, I don't want to even get paid this year. I'm going to ball out when I lead. If I win sack leader, defensive player of the year, or comeback player of the year, you make me the highest paid defensive end in the National Football League. Deal? Deal. If not, we can talk about it next year. I'm doing all that. The cracks me up every time with the 96 pick. Hey, but you got to say the whole thing, bro. You have to say the entire thing. You know why? Because Broderick Martin should have never been drafted in the top 100. Point blank, period. But it took y'all 3 years for y'all to see that. Brad doesn't miss. He doesn't. You see what he did with Jameer? He doesn't miss. Yes, he does. He has. He did. Broderick is not going to be on this team. And if he is on the team, it's because we had no choice. We needed a body. Come on, man. And I know this ain't towards you. Derek, how's it been, bro? It's that time of year. Larry's been good, bro. It's been good. Got a couple investments I'm excited about. I'm telling you, let me give y'all a little tip, okay? If you have trouble working out, there is a push-up board on Amazon that's $32. It's called Hot Wave. It's a whole travel set, a workout set. If you travel a lot or you never home, I would invest in this thing. It's like $65. I paid $30 for mine, and I've been doing at least 100 push-ups a day, bro, and I'm telling you, and that's not even my workout machine, and I am feeling good. So add some push-ups in your life, bro. Push-ups is crazy how swole they'll get you. Fave says, I'm going to get a Syndicate shirt soon. I appreciate that. Complaining about Brad, but look at the pose, the great chef. I'll settle with Brad. Oh, look at pose. Oh, yeah, well. I mean, listen. Here's the deal. You go to work, okay? And you do your job kind of, right? You're doing a good job, but we need to get further, right? I don't understand why Brad can't suffer the same fate as Jim Caldwell. Why could Brad Holmes not suffer the same fate as Jim Caldwell? Because the NFL literally means not for long. What have you done for me lately? So 2 years ago, the only reason that Brad gets as much love as he does is because of where we came from. If we were already good, y'all would already be complaining. That's just the bottom line. Now we are good, and watch how fast people start complaining now, because we need to win. That's it. Says, has my early prediction way too early changed since the start of training camp? Not really, T. Not really. The next one I'll do is when the roster is set. Once the roster's set, I'll give you right now, I'm doing 13-4, 11-6. Once we get that final roster and we know who the second pass rusher is going to be and where our starting lineup and who's where, then I can do one after that. Do I think Anzalone gets paid? Let's talk about that for a little bit. Alex Anzalone, do I think he gets paid? Yes. But he is the first person to make I'm not going to say make a ruckus, to cause a scene, maybe. Now, it was rumors coming out of camp or coming out of the pipeline last year that St. Brown was going to hold out if he didn't get paid. Now, it was rumors, but we never made it that far, right? So if I'm Anzalone, I'm going to be real, man. I'm feeling some type of way. Because, and I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to side with Anzalone anyway, but I agree with him. I agree with Alex Anzalone. Look at this. Paint this picture, right? Think about this. Brad Holmes. Now, Alex Anzalone is under contract, and that's the only thing that's like the negative knock against him, is that you're under contract, and everybody, shout out to One Pride. Wow, with the gifted memberships, man, I appreciate you. Day 4 observation video. Yes, B, I'm going to do that one right after this one because I have to go to Sam's Club, and then I have to go see Fantastic Four tonight. All right, so think about this. And this is what I'm saying, like the cracks are going to start to show. The glue that held this team together of Brad Holmes taking a bunch of mystery men and turning them into a championship contender, that's going to start to break up after a while because we're going to start losing pieces on this team. I did a poll about who could be the odd man out. You guys chose Sam Laporta, so that's another person. But Brian Branch, Kirby got his deal. Aiden still needs to be paid. But if you're Alex Anzalone, right, look at this. This is how you started. This is how the offseason started. You re-sign Levi, Marcus Davenport, okay? You prioritize Derek Barnes, who was hurt. Now, Derek Barnes his contract was up. But if I'm Alex Anzalone, I'm saying, well, The defense is a whole lot different when I'm on the field. Derek was out all last year. You could literally see the difference. Not even on the numbers, but you could see the difference. Alex Anzalone changed the whole tide of that game against the Minnesota Vikings to end the season. It was a noticeable difference, right? Coming off of a broken forearm. And then the icing on the cherry on top is the last time I checked, which was like a month ago, Alex Anzalone was the 45th highest paid linebacker in the NFL. 45th. Now, I don't even care the fact that he's under contract. That's just how the NFL goes. Everybody makes a ruckus if they're on the last year of their deal. Everyone does it. Trey does it. And he deserves to do it. Everyone does it. They want security. Who knows? You could get hurt that last year and now you don't have it, right? So he deserves it. He deserves it. What's up, T? Says, "Sup, Derek? I have 13-4, best 10-7 at minimum." I can see that, man. I can see that. Hutch will be 100% and get paid, to be honest. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. Do you think that Hutch either now deserves to be, where do you think he falls at? Right now, Spot Track got him as the 4th highest paid. He would be under TJ, Miles, and then who's the other one? It's one. I don't think it's Max. He would make more money than Max, I think. Let me see. I'm good. Let me see. What's up, Lori? What's going on? That's terrible. Most impactful since Spillman. Lions Talk with Cam. What up, though, man? What's up? What's up? Yeah, we back. We back for the season. Busy summer, absolutely. And it's still going on. Still going on. So for me, I think that Alex needs to be paid. I think he needs to be paid because that's where we are. Everybody's going to start complaining. You have next year, you're going to have Brian Branch, Sam Laporta, Jamison Williams on the last years of their deal. Think about that. What are you going to do? Brad got his work cut out for him. He got his work cut out for him. And I don't know, man. And I feel like either Dan said, like it's Jack's team now or something like that. I'm paraphrasing. I don't want to misquote Dan, but I don't know. I think, listen, y'all, I'm about to say something y'all not going to like. This could be the start of some nastiness. Like it could be. You know what I'm saying? If Brad is not willing to, like, the game that you have to play, okay, if you're a general manager and, okay, you look at the San Francisco 49ers. They paid a lot of people. If I'm not mistaken, no, the Pittsburgh Steelers have the highest paid defense in the NFL. But they paid all these people, Fred Warner, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, Deebo Samuel at the time, Brandon Ayuk. They paying all these people, but they're close but no cigar, right? I think the patience is going to run out. The fan base has already lost their patience with Kyle Shanahan. They really have, right? I don't know how safe John Lynch is, but they have lost the faith in him. Eventually, I don't know if we turn into the 49ers, but where you dishing out all this money and you get closer and closer and closer, right? But you never go all the way. And I think for Lions fans, you got to give us one. I think a lot of us relax, myself included. We relax after you give us one. Showing it like this year, we got to make the Super Bowl. We have to make this. If we don't make the Super Bowl, we gonna have a problem. That's just it. That's where I'm at every single year. Every single year from 2023 is make the Super Bowl. Nothing else satisfies me for the season. We have to do better than we did the year before. Now, once we get there, once we win one, now, okay. Now we can relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I saw an article that Ben Johnson, or I saw a clip that Ben Johnson is talking about dynasties. I was like, he been hanging around Lions fans. He been hanging around Lions fans too long, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Yeah, if Brad caved, will that open the floodgates? Floodgates for what? For what? We're almost there, bro. This is all I'm at. Brad has done a phenomenal job building this team from the dirt, but he gotta be willing to just just boop, right over the top. Boop, take us right over the top. You're not going to draft that guy, right? Because you didn't do it last year. You did. Tyreek is not him. He's not what I'm talking about. We right there. What is the thing holding us back on the defense? The defensive line, the pass rush. So all we're asking Bradley, Matthias, Jerome, Cornelius Holmes to do is get somebody who doesn't sound like Marcus Davenport. Come on. I can't believe people in the comment section on Twitter they're defending Marcus Davenport. And, I say what? His comments? Come on, bro. Is that what you want? This is a gladiator sport. And all right, so you're timid and shy and all that stuff, and you don't want to talk. Fine, you take it out on the field. But you said, don't put that on me? What in the world? What are we talking about? Aiden Hutchinson could have said, yo, I'm coming off an injury, and I'm going to be a dog. I would rather hear Marcus Davenport and say, hey, man, he got a lot of belief in himself than to say he don't have no belief in himself. Come on, bro. I would rather him be overconfident than underconfident. What is we talking about, man? This sucker is crazy. Brad's luck is finally running out. Now everyone is going to see how bad of a GM he really is. And see, I don't know if he's bad. But he is. Brad, don't let Brad fool you. Because the further we get in this thing, the more his arrogance comes out, right? We all got some swag. Brad got some swag, but it's low key. It's like, it's one of them. We got a good pass rusher, right? We got a good. I mean, are we only talking about this because we only talk about this because Aiden was hurt, right? Because how many teams in the National Football League? It's 32. Don't play stupid. So how many elite pass rushers would you say it is? About 6 or so. Okay, yeah, I agree with that. And we got one of them, right? And you know what I hate when people, well, other teams in the National Football League don't have 2 elite pass rushers. Nobody cares. Who cares? Who cares about what other teams got as far as what they don't got? It's what we could get. Come on, man. And we talking about like we the Patriots. We are the Detroit Lions who ain't never been nowhere. I just don't understand y'all. Y'all so easily pleased. And here's all my money. Here's all my ticket money, right? You go up on you are the highest paid tickets in the NFL. You know why? Because we are desperate. This city loves their Lions. If they move the Lions like they move in the Panthers, it would be chaos in this city. They're taking advantage of how desperate we are, how much of a football team we are. And guess what? I'm on that list. I'm on the season ticket holder list to be taken advantage of as well. How you go up year after year and you ain't made a Super Bowl? Come on, man. It's crazy to me. Let me see. There we go, Fave. I don't believe in Marcus Davenport. At least lie about your confidence. Something, bro. That's all I'm saying. Davenport's demeanor doesn't seem like a fit for our culture. Let me see. Don't kill me, Derek. Follow me. We were killing the Niners with the defense in the half. But let me see. Bias losing Benedict. This may be the springboard. Okay. All right. Skillful. It ain't nothing to kill. It ain't nothing to kill. I agree with you. We had a phenomenal first half. The way we were calling the game, the defense, but we need a needle mover. We need a bing. That's what we need, and we didn't have it when we needed it, right? That's what you're saying. That's a half of football. Everybody's in the corridor. They popping bottles. I kid you not. I'm hearing people book their trips to Vegas at the half. At the half, man. And I'm seeing these fans, and I'm like, relax. Let it be over first. Then we going crazy. In my mind, I'm saying to myself, yo, I'm about to walk out of here. Oh, and our team is on the way to the Super Bowl. Like, I was guilty of it myself. I even, during the half, I'm not even lying. I was like, how much are these tickets? I saw one for like $4,000. I'm like, well, I ain't going there, right? So I get it. I get it. But we need that needle. We need that person that's going to put the stamp on the game when we need it to be. And that person is not Davenport. It's because outside of the last 2 to 3 years, his fan base has been drugged through the mud over and over and over again. Let me see. Lions Talk says, man, I hate Davenport. I got a hot take that would have paid BB and Kirby more than Kirby himself, but that's just me. Holmes keep on shopping at Dollar General. Yeah, Spirit. It's not official yet, but they're relocating the USFL team, so the Panthers are one of them. But the league has not come out and said they're moving the team. But it's all signs point to them being relocated. So we will not have a spring football team. What's up, Derek? Says, what's up, D? Glad you're back. Been missing a weekly team talk. Davenport won't play 4 games. What do y'all think Davenport will play? Sawyer says, I just know that we probably will re-sign Z once Davenport gets injured, or maybe we can hope and pray Ahmad can get some sacks, at least maybe 4 or more than Davenport. Secondary has to be the strength year. Do it Chiefs style on their defense. Yeah, but you know what, man? You know what Lions Live? My bad, bro. I hear you. I hear you, man. But okay, so we got a Hutch. They got a Chris Jones. They also got somebody named George Karlaftis, right? Like, we don't have that. We don't have that, bro. We got Hutch, and that's it. We don't have anyone else. DJ Reader, 3. Tyleek, let's give him 3. Marcus Davenport, 3 snaps. That's it. All we're saying, Brad, go get. And then you had him. You had him. And what did you do? Shallow and pedantic. You decide to cut this guy because he cost too much. This is ridiculous to me. Come on, man. We don't like, when I tell you our defensive line is Hutch, that is it. Ahmed, he got to prove himself. He has to prove. Mohammed, okay, fine. We're talking about practice squad dudes, right? I would love for any of these guys to make an impact. But that you banking on Davenport, that's a fireable offense. I'm just saying. That pass rush is one guy and many role players. Man, come on, bro. They didn't just give Karlaftis a deal for no reason. The dude is getting $93 million. Okay, Lions Live. I got to get you on the show, bro. Check it out. Retort to this. On our team, it's Aiden Hutchinson. After him, bro, who is it? Who has it been since he got drafted? I will wait. I will wait. If you come back with a decent answer, I will concede. But who has it been opposite Aiden? And what have they done? You're going to get a big fat Zadarius Smith. That is what you're going to get. We're talking about Alexander Zaloni or a defensive tackle. We're talking about, all right, I think Aleem McNeil had 7.5 a year and a half ago. I'm talking about the guy opposite Aiden that we have been begging for since Brad Holmes got. When I say we, I mean me. We've been begging for since he got here. Can we waive Levi with an injury settlement and use that money elsewhere? Dan? Maybe. So when I know that we have the interior guys, but they got a Chris Jones and a Karlaftis, right? They also had some role player dudes. Our role player dudes. Just look at the stats from last year, bro. Look at the stats. Mohammed, I mean, okay. Davenport with 1 sack or whatever he had. What's up, Raw? Who has 2 bookends? New money. Who cares? Who cares? We have nothing. We got a bookshelf falling over. I'm not asking for a star. I'm asking for a capable counterpart. And anyone who says this is how you talk about Davenport. Yeah, man, Davenport got all the measurements, the qualifications. He a dog if he can stay healthy. Who says that? That's how you know what I've been seeing for the Superman, everybody that's commenting on my Superman review. It's not a review, it's a rant. You know how they start their comment off? I don't care what nobody says. This is a good movie. If you start off your sentence, I don't care what anyone says, you already lost. You've already lost. Come on, man. That's crazy. Okwara, oh no, they weren't good, but we had Harris. Oh no, he didn't do well, but we had Houston. He was never the same. It comes to Davenport. His horse named 1 sack. What's up, David? I sent you a text, bro. I can't be mad at you because I was a secondary guy and Brad Holmes answered my prayers. You know what? You know what, bro? Brad Holmes, our secondary guy was trash and he went hard. I mean, if you, bro, do this. You should make a video about it. You should make a video about it. I made plenty. Compare what Brad has done in the secondary to what he's done in the D-line, bro. Night and day. I'm talking about free agency and the draft. There's no comparison. There's no, you get Terrion, Cam, Terrion, Ennis. You went back to back in last year's draft. Cam Sutton. What's his name? Carlton Davis, Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Ify Melifonwu. You have gone hard in the secondary. And when it comes to the D-line, you're like, I like him. I'll pick him right there. Give me him. Give me him. And then we'll wait. Oh, you know what? And then with the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select a guy who's played 28 snaps or 53, whatever it's been. Come on, man. Come on, bro. It ain't no comparison. A capable counterpart, bro. What's the difference in a quality role? What's the difference in other wording? New money, what is we talking about? What is we talking about, bro? Just if you're talking about what the question does, go just look at the stats, bro. Just pull up ESPN right now and look at the stats. Quality means somebody who can produce, and we don't have that because the guy that we're betting on gets hurt all the time, and the guy we had that had more sacks, mind you, than the rest of the team, and he came halfway through the season, and we cut him for a guy that's up there like, did I do that? Don't put that on me. I'll buy that for $1. Come on, man. Quality. A guy... The difference between going to the dollar store and going to Macy's, I guess. Come on, bro. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Hutch and Tyleek and Aleem is solid. Okay, Tyleek, rookie. Aleem, hurt. Hutch, recovering. Come on, man. Oh, yeah, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We all bought into that. We all bought into C.J. Gardner. We all was at fault for that one. Yeah, DJ Reed. Oh, yeah, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. DJ Reed. Come on, man. Next Syndicate shirt need to say, bro, one pride. You know what? I like that because I was gonna make one about Broderick, but it was too long. This is what it was going to be. With the 96th pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select. All of that was gonna be small, and then it was gonna say Broderick Martin in the big letters. But I was like, soon as I get that shirt, he'll be cut from the team. But I like your idea as well. Let me see. I'm saying D, I get what you're saying, but you saying like we didn't get quality depth though. No. New money. Here's what I'm saying. The depth is fine. That's fine. I'm not talking, but when all you have is depth is what I'm saying. Like, okay, right now, who's starting opposite Aiden? Marcus Davenport hasn't played a full season in his career, is coming off 2 season-ending injuries. So now the only place he can go is up, right? That's not a move I would have made. Brad said we traded for a pass rusher because we had to, right? We had to. And we get his words, the best one of the ones available. And what does he do? He cut him. Marcus Davenport is not a quality starter because he can't stay healthy. So I'm not talking about depth, and that's why everybody needs to come in but okay, Hutch is not a depth piece. Hendrickson, not a depth piece, right? And I'm not saying that we need that person opposite. That's a dream and a wish. But I'm saying give me somebody. And that somebody was Zadarius. It really was. The dude had 4 sacks after the trade deadline, more than the rest of the team. It was Hutch, him. That's a guy you don't cut. You don't cut a guy like Zadarius for a guy like Marcus Davenport. That's all I'm saying. Okay, Lions Live says, I want Z or Judon. So I said this before you got here, bro. people come to me to ask me questions. Did I hear this? And I actually wind up texting somebody, and I don't have a source. I do not have a source, but I wind up texting somebody and was like, yo, did you hear anything about us working out Junon? And they were like, no. So I cannot talk about that because I did not hear anything. Yes. Yeah, Lori, it's unfortunate. It's a stat pat. Yeah. I'm working on that too. Let me see. I'm still upset with Zadarius being cut. Gotta agree. That was the worst. Like, okay, so hey, skillful. I could get him. But I didn't know if Young Punk would be enough. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I could put some in there. The Dern says, I'm still upset we didn't draft Jahad Campbell. I mean, I don't know. But you know what? The time for talk is over. The time for talk is over because now the season is here. And now we're going to see what these guys are made of. Okay, look at this. And what I want you guys to realize is that I know we're Lions fans, right? And we are excited at the small things. We're excited that now everybody's talking about us in Super Bowl contention. I think it got us a little excited, right? But the big picture is a Super Bowl. Right now, I'll take a Super Bowl appearance. Of course, do I want to win when we get there? Yeah, because it's hard to get back. But just like the NFC North Championship, the check mark, that's now off the slate. We got a playoff game at Ford Field. That's off the slate. We won a playoff game in 30-something years. So we checked off 3 boxes in the last 3 years. I ain't mad at that. First seed for the first time in history. I'm okay with that. But that's not the goal. The goal is to win a Super Bowl. And right now, I will settle for an appearance because that's another check mark that we can check off. Now, do I want to win it when we get there? Absolutely. I would be devastated if we lose. If we get there and we lose our first one. I'm distraught. I'm sick, but at least I can hold my head up. It was tough, man. 2023 was tough. It was tough knowing that it ain't like that because we didn't really get a chance against the Niners. Like nobody gave us a chance against the Niners. We were going to lose to the Niners, and we came out and we smacked them. And I think that's the worst part. It's not like we got there because everybody was saying we were peaking, we were ahead of schedule, and we expected to lose. And if we would have lost and we would have gave it a fight and fell short, I would have been like, man, I would have been sick, but it wouldn't have hurt as bad. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't have been like a 10. It would have been like a 7. But the way we went out in 2023, dominating them the first half and not being able to close it out, and we would have won. The Detroit Lions would have been 2023 Super Bowl champions. They would have mopped. I think we run over the Chiefs. I think we run them over. They couldn't even. Patrick been struggling for a minute. They team been struggling for a minute. I think we run them over. It ain't even like the first game. I think without the NFL keeping it close, because our offense was starting to click. You know what I'm saying? We ended last year with the 3rd best offense in 2023, and then had the number 1 offense last year. So, I think we wiped the floor with the Chiefs, and we Super Bowl champions. And my channel got 60K. You know what I'm saying? I got a banner in the studio, and this is a different conversation. But here we are. Do want to see me cry, watch us lose when we were there, like ugly cry. Hey, one pride. So y'all know the story, and we'll end the show on this. I'll be back next. Okay, so next week's show is Wednesday because Thursday I'll be at the game. Spike Kool-Aid resumes on Monday on Syndicate Sports Detroit. So we go live on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over there. Bro, that was one of the hardest days of all time for me because it was so many things happening. I had COVID and didn't know. I felt like garbage. I felt like crap, man. So and this is before. So I had COVID, and I think I got it from because I had went to the games before that, the Tampa Bay game and the Rams game. So obviously, if you're around 60,000 people, you probably gonna catch something. So I get COVID. It shows up like before I get on the plane. So I get on the plane. The best part about flying to, where did I fly to? Colorado. My first out of DTW, it was nobody on the plane. So it was like, I don't know, 50 people on the plane. So I had like the whole back of the plane to myself, and it worked because I felt like garbage. So we get there, and I'm feeling like trash. I get there. I get an Uber to the Airbnb. I'm still feeling like garbage. I sleep there. And I walk to the stadium. I get there. I'm feeling like trash. So anyway, we lose. And when I get back to the Airbnb, there's a guy there. And we had these rooms, and they had beds in them. So I had like the middle bed, and it was a doctor, a guy that was studying to be a doctor. He was on one side of me, and then on the other side of me, the bed was empty when I left. When I came back, it was somebody there, and he was a 49ers fan, and I did not want to be bothered with him. He says to me, "Hey man," so I got on all my Lions gear. He's like, "Hey man, what's up with your coach?" I'm like, "Dude, I literally told this guy I don't want to." Like, don't talk to me. I don't want to talk to you right now. Like, I don't want to talk about it. So then within 5 minutes, I was like, man, I'm sorry, bro. I said, this has just been tough. We were right there, blah, blah, blah. So we have a conversation. So I get to the airport. I got on my Lions gear. I feel like crap. The lady in San Jose is like, we were rooting for you last night. We hate the 49ers. They hate the 49ers, bro. And they're only like, I don't know, 5 miles from the stadium. Hate them. So I'm walking through the airport. I get on the plane. We're leaving to fly to Colorado because that's where my layover is. And the pilot, it was like, so we got Niners fans on the plane. So they're like, he's like, we just want to say congratulations to the 49ers that they beat those dastardly Detroit Lions yesterday, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sick. I'm fuming. And then you hear the Niners, you hear all that. It's all over the plane. So I'm still repping. I got my chain on, my shirt on, ride or die, right? So now we're in Colorado. Mind you, I have COVID. I look for a COVID test. Nobody has one. Like the stores didn't have one. I'm walking to my next gate. Oh my God. So I'm sitting in this packed terminal, and this lady, man, I know she was being nice. She was being nice. And y'all have heard she was being nice. But she was like, just like this. I'm sitting there. Obviously, I don't want to be like, how you look at somebody and you like, yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that guy. She's like, oh my God, I was so rooting for your team. Yes, I thought you guys had it. Like, just like, and I'm just like, my mother would have been so disappointed. She would have been so disappointed. I get up and I walk away. I do not acknowledge her. I do not look at her. I do not say anything. I simply stand up, I grab my stuff, and walk away. I did not want to hear it. Do not talk to me. Don't you see that I am not in the mood? I know she was trying to be nice, but it just wasn't it. Like, if I could have had a sign that said, do not talk to me, I would have worn it because I did not. And yeah, we understand. And then the worst part is walking past other 49er fans in the Colorado airport. You just want to say we was kicking y'all butt. We should have beat y'all. And then we got to walk around with that burden of failure. Because I'm telling you, one Pride you was there, you know how quiet that stadium was. Them loudmouth fools didn't have nothing to say for a half. For 3.5 quarters or 2.5, they sat in disbelief and silence. They didn't have nothing to say. They were sitting there looking dumb and dumbfounded. And then we had to, man, don't get me started on that junk, bro. I'm telling you. So I understand the snot. I almost got into my first physical altercation because of a loudmouth 49er fan. That's not even what happened at the stadium. They bumping me. The women are getting in my face. They throwing fluid. They talking to me. They saying stuff and then running and hiding. It was crazy. It was crazy. And them same people was quiet just a little while earlier, looking dumb. And I didn't bother nobody. You had Lions fans that was causing a ruckus and talking junk. But I'm just sitting there and I'm saying, let us finish. I'm focused on the game. And I could feel it slipping away, bro. So I completely understand that. And I'll never forget the lady that really kept me out of jail. She kept me out. She was like, we're not going to do that. She was a Lions fan, and she was like, we're not going to do that. We going to be back. And I was just like, yo, I needed that at this moment because somebody was about to catch some hands. I'm dead serious. Levi basically stole for $1 million. Let me see what y'all saying. Yeah, YouTube notifications, never count on them. Never count on them. Let me see. I left walking from Levi drunk with the dead phone, needing Uber. Sad. Really, Dave? That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. So my Airbnb was like a half a mile. So I got it on purpose. It was like so let me see. You came up the street and then, I'm ready to fight. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I was ready to fight. I was just like, don't bother me. Don't mess with me. So the hot dog vendors are out and they just destroy. A hot dog for like $13. But I did not eat. So the last time I ate was like some fries or something. But I got COVID. So I'm like, stuff ain't really, I'm not hungry, but I need to eat. So it's crazy, man. So then I get back to the stadium, to the house, and it was like and then I had to get up at 4:00 in the morning to catch my flight. Oh my God, bro. It was the worst. New Money says, my birthday, D, take a shot for your dog. Not the cheap stuff. Okay. Hey, try Lions Blood. Lions Blood is pretty good, man. Nate Burleson, his new vodka is pretty good. Okay, let me see. Derek, if you want to talk about us getting into the QB with sacks, then what about Hutch will get the sacks as the other edge rusher will get pressures? Hutch can't do it all. He can't do it all. Miles was shut, yeah. Then went and failed themselves not long after. Eminem cursed them for us. Thanks for the super chat, Ronnie. When you bleed blue, that one hurt. Yes, man. I walked for 40 minutes. That's crazy. Yo, so we gonna wrap it up right here. But that day right there, and you know what, y'all? I think like we all felt the same. But I think if you could have been there, and shout out to y'all, man, because without y'all, I'm not there. But getting there, it made you more hostile. It made you more hostile, man, toward like winning. Like you want to win because the 49ers fan base, like people was like, oh my God, I had a pleasant experience. See, I was up in the fours and the riffraff is up in the fours. Like bang, bang, Niner gang. These cats had their shirt off. They throwing fluid and stuff. And I was on the end seat. So like I was easily, like people were bumping me on purpose. Right. So then I had this woman bump me and I turned around and I was like, yo. And then like people start doing it on purpose. Right. But they weren't doing it when they were losing. So I've never seen a fan base with so much stuff to say. They was yapping in the parking lot, yapping. I mean, just would not shut up. And then all you didn't hear nothing for 2.5 quarters. And then, I mean, if you're going to talk junk, you stay on your horse, bro. Like me, I'm not getting off Davenport. I'm not getting off the pass rush. I don't care who talk about. I'm on it, right? Rep your team or don't. Don't get quiet. Don't get cheer them on. They weren't cheering. They weren't doing anything. They just like to talk. They like to talk, man. I am fully back for my beloved Detroit Lions. Welcome back, Lori, and thank you for being a member for 8 months. Appreciate that. At the time, I was at the watch party at Ford Field. That's right I forgot about that, B. Yeah, Camille, you did come late, bro. So we will be back. We will be back on Wednesday, but Spike Kool-Aid returns Monday. Lions Weekly returns today, and we'll be back on Thursdays at 4. The plan is to have some guests on, so look for that. We're going to get some other YouTubers to come on and stuff like that. So anyway, I appreciate y'all. Dave, I will catch up with you on Twitter. Thank you, Braylon. Welcome back, man. And yeah, we back. All right, y'all. I will see you later.